Hey there, this is Neil Napier, and in this video I'm going to give you a walkthrough of Mailvio, show you how easy it is to use it, how plug and play it is, and how you can add new contacts, send out emails, as well as build advanced automations that will help you run your business passively. So adding new contacts to Mailvio is really straightforward. First, you go into contacts, add a new list. So if you click on lists, you will be able to add a new list right over here. So I've created multiple folders, which is good to do when you have, say, different businesses, just for bifurcation, and then pick one of them and then just go ahead and add a new list. When you do, you can pick a list name. So let's call this live demo, create an empty list, and you are good to go. Next thing you need to do is start adding contacts. So you can either add a contact one by one, or you can import contacts in bulk as well. You can upload a file, you can copy and paste them, or you can use sign-up forms and place them on your WordPress websites, other pages such as ClickFunnels, lead pages, and so on and so forth. Then if I go back to contacts, you also have the ability to add additional attributes. Additional attributes will help you collect more information, such as, say, phone number or date of birth or favorite color, company name, and so on and so forth. You have the form feature here as well, which will help you design forms that you can, as I mentioned earlier, place on various different websites. But the key thing that people love about Mailvio is the automation feature. So let's go ahead and unpack that. Now, you might have seen this kind of automation in other tools such as ActiveCampaign or Drip. This is advanced, but it's actually quite easy to implement once you do it step by step. And the best part is that you will be able to go ahead and build a passive business with this. So let's go ahead and create a new workflow. So if you think about automation as not just when someone signs up, you send them an email, but a bit more elaborate, then all of this will make sense. So we have a few different custom automations that you can work with. Let's say if I want to do page visit automation. So let's go ahead and use this workflow, and we can edit this further along as we go as well. So there we are. So in this template for page visit, whenever someone visits a page, then I can wait for an hour, a day, a couple of days, and then send them a follow-up email. So this is the basic template. So let's go with this for now. So let's say if someone visits our page at mailvio.com, then we will wait for, let's say, 2 hours. And then I will send them an email. So I'll send them one of the previous emails that I've created and saved as a template email within the system. So I want to choose, let's send this email within specific time. So if it's a business, a B2B service, then maybe you only want to email between, say, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Or you can also actually customize the email based on the data that you receive from this particular visit. Again, a little bit advanced, but don't worry, we cover all of this in the tutorial. So let's go ahead and just say finish. So we'll pick this email. All right, so as you can see, our basic template has been created, which means that whenever someone enters this page, then we're going to wait for 2 hours and send them an email. But what if we wanted to check for more things, right? So what if we were selling something, but we don't want to automatically mail someone who already has access to it, who is already in a different list? What we could do here is add a new condition. So let's say we could add a new condition which says if else. So let's say if you go to email marketing activity, in this case, I could choose if this particular customer has opened an email, any email, and he's or she is in my list, then let's go ahead and choose whether or not we're going to send them an email. So if they have opened an email, then we're going to send it to them. If they have not, then maybe we'll take a different action. We can update contact attribute. We can start another workflow as well. We can add a further delay and reach out to them, or we can just do an A/B split campaign. We don't have the ability to send SMS yet. That's something that's coming in the future, but you will be able to do a lot of other things here based on your customer behavior. So you can build out really elaborate process flows with something like this. So imagine when someone signs up to your list, of course you follow up with them immediately, and a couple of days later if they haven't purchased your offer. But depending on if you want to move them to a new workflow or not, you can re-strategize, reorganize your workflows as well. You can change your entry points as well. So let's say if someone joins an email list, you can add them to this as well, right? Or let's say if someone submits a contact form, or if they visit another page as well, right? So if they, let's say, visit a different page, you can add them to this as well. And we give you a pixel that you can put on your pages to essentially let us track the entire flow. So really, if you're thinking about a sales process, long-term, Mailvio is what makes it smooth and easy. Then you also, of course, have the ability to send out campaigns. Let's do the workflow later. You also have the ability to send out campaigns. You can go ahead and create a new email campaign. You will find that you have some design templates in this already. So let's say I call this live demo. You can choose your from email, from name. You have some advanced options here as well, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. Then you also have the ability to do A/B testing. So you could choose a couple of different subject lines, or same subject line and different matter within the email as well. So we can say, right, there we go. Then I'm going to go ahead and go to next step. Then I have a few different design options here. So we have a few different templates, as you will be able to see depending on the level that you get. But most of you will be able to see these templates, and you can pick one of them. Alternatively, you can go ahead and start from scratch as well. So if you go to drag and drop editor, you can start from scratch as well. So you can either build this up with the drag and drop editor, or you could choose one of the templates in the gallery. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go ahead and pick, say, this one. I can preview this by clicking over here to see what it looks like, or I could just go ahead and pick this as well. Now, this is our drag and drop email editor. The same one exists for campaigns as well. Same thing for automation. But once I have this, for example, I can change the logo, I can change the image, I can change the text. I can, of course, change this one. I can add new blocks as well. Essentially the same things you would expect from a landing page, you now get inside an email editor as well. You can send a test email to check exactly how that email is performing. Then just go ahead and save and quit. Once you have done that, you can queue up this email. You can mail to multiple lists. You can exclude some lists as well. So for example, if I go further down, let's say if I wanted to choose, one thing I gotta show you, which is pretty cool. You can actually also see what this email would look like on mobile, which is, quite straightforward, but you can also preview as a recipient. So if you are doing personalization in your emails, you can actually see what a specific recipient will see in that email. So once you pick all these, then you can go ahead and also exclude leads right over here, for example, and then you can also update the recipient count, but you can also build dynamic segments. So you can say, hey, I only want to email people that have opened an email from me so far. So this will lower down the number of the leads that you're mailing. Once you're happy with that, click on next step. Because I've chosen split testing, I can choose how exactly I want to split test. So let's say I want to test based on the click rate, and I want to test for 2 hours, and then that's when the email will go out to everyone. Next step, and now you're ready to schedule. You can either send it immediately or now, or if you are not doing split testing, you will be able to also send the email at the best time. This is something we allow you to do so that you can hit the inbox at the right time for people based on where they are and when they typically open their email. So this is information that improves over time as you email more and more. This is Mailvio, pretty powerful software. Something like this has not been offered in a marketplace before, and this I believe competes with the likes of ActiveCampaign and Drip and other such software. This is Neil Napier. Thank you so much for watching this demo.